was inspired by that wonderful, wonderful card. Where have I put it? By Kim. Absolutely inspired by that card. So I decided I wanted to do a version of it. Just there. So my version of it, what I want to do is I want to do a few things which are a wee bit different with this as well, because I want to use some of the waste to do some stenciling with to create this fabulous background as well. Okay, so what we're going to do, first off, I'm going to put that somewhere safe so I don't lose it, and we're going to use the Cosmos die just to cut some wonderful stamps. Okay, the other die set I've used, by the way, I haven't used Dahlia on it, I have used Cosmos. I've also used my torn squares as well, and I've got some inks in there too, and my little sponge. There we go. So we're ready to go. So first things first, I need to create my dies. So what we're going to do is pop that down and get my dies out, and you'll see on this one you are going to get, oh, guess who didn't clean her die out? Naughty. Right, okay, let me just give that a bit of a poke, or a bit of a brush anyway. There we go. Just because I didn't clean one side of my die out, but that's fine. It's all done now. No problem. Right, okay, so this is my Cosmos die. And as you can see, that side, you can see that's the reverse of it, because it's got one big cutting edge on the outside edge, and I want that in the dark colour, so that is going to go down just there. Then I want a lighter colour on the top, so that is going to sit just there. Now I've kept some of my waste, all will become clear about why I have done that presently. And I'm just going to do my leaves in the same. Okay, we'll not worry that my paper's just a wee bit. Actually, I'll cut it down rather than trying to force it through. Let me cut that down. That will work just fine. So again, I want the thinnest bit in white, so that's going to go that way, and I want the bigger bit in the dark, so that's going to go that way. And then all we're going to do is run it through. So you can see I've got my die sandwiched between my two pieces of card, because they're going to cut top and bottom. And there we go. Oh, I didn't cut my centre, but never mind, I've got a centre cut that I can use. Okay, right, let me just put that centre somewhere safe. There we go. Okay, now, right, what we're going to do, you see, the minute I pick these up, there is that incredibly, incredibly delicate veining in white. That is white watercolour card, by the way. That is incredible. You are also, I'm going to keep that one to one side. I may have to pick that other one up that I've just thrown away as well. So I've just done a very light tap. If you are going to tap them, be very gentle, because of course you'll be tapping a cutting edge. But you can just, there we go. Just get your pokey tool underneath and just release that as well. So there we go. So there is my leaf, which I adore, and there is the veining, can you see, which is going to sit on the top of it. Love it, love it, love it. And then again, there is my base layer from the dark card. I'll keep that to one side. And here is, oh, let me just flick those bits out with my finger. Now I'm using some texture cardstock, which we've also got on the show. So imagine. Now I just need to swizzle that round. Come on, swizzle, Fiona. Where are we? That's the way it goes, just there. There we go. So there is my flower, there is my leaf. I put those safely to one side so I don't catch them up on anything. And we're ready to go. And I'm going to show you how we make the background. So don't throw away these bits, because we're going to use them as a stencil. So, right, okay, I've got here a square of watercolour card. Now it doesn't matter which one you use, whether you use the top piece of card or the bottom piece of card, really doesn't matter. I've got some baby blue here and I've got one of my little sponges just here, and all you're going to do is create some flowers just there, so you can see. It may not look as if you're putting much on the card, but trust me, the minute you take this stencil away, you will see, there we go, look at that. So maybe try and do some on the card, some off the edge of the card. You can see I haven't put anything to stick it down with, because you don't need to be too precise. You just need to get some suggestions of flowers going on your background card. Now, I would probably do about 4 or 5 bits there. Oh, there we go. Come here. Right, there we go. And then what we would do is take the other stencil that I've got. So my other stencil, come here, other stencil. Here we go. So you could, if you want, put some leaves going on there as well. So you could pop some little blue leaves going on just there. Maybe, can you see how it's giving me a really dreamy background here? So little blue leaves just there and there. And then we're going to use the center of it just to add some detail. Now the color I chose to go with the baby blue was the winter rose. And I just want hints of this. I'm going to use the other end of my egg just to give me hints of it. So, and then you're going to look at those colours together, don't they work beautifully? There we go, a little bit going on there. There we are. Now, you can see how that's beginning to build up. So I'm going to bring this one in. Okay, so the difference between the one I've done and the one I'm showing you now is when I got to the stage where it was all as it wanted to be, I spritzed it with some water and just let it bleed a wee bit. Then, where's my pen? All I've done is, as you can see, is I've just gone round and I've just, with a very, one of my lovely shaky hands, gone round and just outlined the flower. Now don't worry if you're looking at it going, oh, it looked better before. We're going to cut this up. So you just need hints of it. You don't need to get too hung up on this at all, because we are going to cut it up. But can you see how that's just made those flowers pop up? Really quite a modern design, and it's a nice way of getting cards in which look like you've got them. Now, when we get to that stage, okay, where did I put? Aha, 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 aha. Here we go. So what I've done, and I'll talk you through what I've done next with this. Let me just pop that to one side and move those out of the way. Okay. So move that all to one side. Okay, so I've taken a little 6x6 card blank that I made myself out of black card, and see, I've still got my tape on it from home. I've cut out the biggest square, which is 4.5 by 4.5, so it's a 5-inch square, 4.5 by 4.5, which has created that aperture window for me. There we go. And then on the background, what I've done is this. So this was a 5-inch square to start with, and what you're going to do on here, let me put that somewhere where I can grab it in a minute, is you're going to take every other one and just cut them like so. So not that one, there's the next one. So can you see I'm skipping a layer each time. So not that one, and then that one. So what you would do is line these up, get them even, take them down and cut them out. And when you cut them out, you're going to get something which looks like this. And then what I've done on a black piece of card, can you see, is I've used the bigger ones, the ones I missed out, to create my frames. So it's looking, hopefully you agree it's looking good. I'm hoping you agree it's looking good. Good, right, okay, so now putting this card together. What I will say is you'll notice I've got a bigger piece on the front here. Let me show you how I did that. Okay, let me grab that. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Okay, so what we're going to do is I took my card, my outer frame, and then with our lovely swivel knife that you can get, what I did was I just literally went down, not trying to go in a straight line. So just swiveling this randomly all the way down, just like this. There we go. And what that will do is it will give you like an extra torn edge. Can you see? So don't try and go straight. Keep your fingers out the way. And there we go. And that is going to go down. How am I doing for time? Okay. So, and you can see, here we go. Can you see if I take that away, you get that lovely edge on that, which is really simple way of doing it. Right, let me put my lid back on my knife so I don't get lost. Right, let's put the card together. Okay, so what I did was I did the same on a piece of silvery card, and that is going to create my background. Now I'm just going to have a quick rummage. Aha! I needed my collal. I knew I should have it in there, but it was looking somewhere, it was hiding from me. So the inside of my card, what I'm doing is I'm just popping some collal on the back of that. That is going to sit to frame the inside of my card just there. And this is our glitter card, our luxury glitter card, so it's a non-shed glitter card. I'm then doing the same with the bit which I've just layered up, as you can see, with that decoration. Then what I've done, there's my final layer, can you see? So just so you can see it, and I've got a piece of 3D foam tape on the back there, just to give that a little bit of dimension, which is going to sit. Now, you can line the flowers up or you can put them wonky, but can you see that was the 2 petals which go with that flower. So that is going to sit about there. The smallest central one, I've taken the high, which is from the stamp set. That is going to sit in the middle just there. That folds over and gives me a lovely decoration. And then, look, all I need to do now is just to stick my little bits on here. So what we're going to do, just for speed, is I'm going to use a tape pen, just to have a little bit, there we go, of tape there and there. Now at home I did this with some glue, but you know what, horses for courses, horses for courses. There we go, that's going to sit there, and then I'm going to pop a little bit of 3D glue gel just in the corner there. Stick another leaf just in the glue so it's caught, and then my fabulous dahlia flower is just going to sit just there, and there we go, done. I mean, how quick and easy, and it's such a pretty card. Just a different way of using your dies, I hope, and hopefully something which you can play with at another time.